In our series of learning English from inspiring lives, here we have the life of Mahatma Gandhi. I'm sure all of you have watched and benefited from the other inspiring lives like Abraham Lincoln, Swami Vivekananda, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Dr. Abdul Kalam, Dr. Radhakrishnan. Today we have the life of Mahatma Gandhi. Do you know the story of the father of the Indian nation, Mahatma Gandhi? Listen to his life story. Read and talk about his life on his birthday, the 2nd of October. This will be an excellent practice for all of you who are eager to speak fluent English and impress everyone. Mahatma Gandhi is a name which has become synonymous with non-violent struggle all over the world. Once we were traveling abroad and our taxi driver asked us, "Which country do you come from?" When we replied, "India," he immediately said, "Oh, the country of Mahatma Gandhi." We were very impressed to hear this. Even a cab driver in another country knows all about Gandhiji. The Indian independence struggle had two important parts: the armed aggression and the non-violent struggle. Gandhiji was the leader of the non-violent struggle, calling it Satyagraha, the truth force, or holding on to truth. Now let us begin the life story of Gandhiji. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was born in Porbandar, Gujarat on October 2nd, 1869. His pet name was Monia, which his family and friends used. He was the youngest of 6 children. His father was Sri Karamchand Gandhi and mother Srimati Putlibai. From his father, young Mohandas learned bravery and generosity. His mother was wise and had great strength of character, which Gandhiji inherited. Mohandas loved his mother deeply, but was a little afraid of his father's quick temper. The Gandhis belonged to a deeply religious Hindu family. The young boy Mohandas was greatly influenced by the stories of King Harishchandra and Shravana. From these stories, he learnt the values of truthfulness, devotion, and loyalty to his parents. Mohandas was very shy from his childhood. He did not like any kind of violence. His books were his best friends. He had one other friend who belonged to a lower caste. One day, when he shared his sweets with this friend, his mother scolded him. But young Mohandas protested that all human beings were equal. There could be no reason for the practice of untouchability. Later in life, Gandhiji tried his best to eradicate this practice by calling these people Harijans, or the people of God. The marriage of Mohandas with Kasturba was performed when he was only 13 years old. He studied in a local school in Rajkot. Once, when he was asked to cheat from a classmate's answers, he refused because it was wrong. He was an average student, but worked very hard to do well in studies. Under the influence of his elder brother's friend, he once tasted meat, though he was a vegetarian by birth. He also started smoking, but he felt guilty because he had to lie to his mother about these. So he gave up these bad habits soon. At another time, to pay his brother's debt, he stole a piece of gold. He knew that stealing was very wrong. To confess this, he wrote about his crime in a letter to his father. At that time, his father was very ill. Karamchand ji read his son's letter and tore it up without scolding Mohandas. The boy was in tears and resolved that never again would he steal. Soon after this, His father passed away when Mohandas was just 16 years old. After completing his basic education, Mohandas went to study law in London. In 1891, he came back and began law practice in India. In 1893, he went to South Africa in connection with a legal case. He was thrown out of the first class carriage of a train there because he was not a white man. Such terrible experiences in South Africa led him to stay there for a long time. He did this to represent the Indians living there as an advocate. During this time, he developed his concept of satyagraha or non-violent resistance. He worked hard to get justice for Indians and even had their marriages recognized there. Gandhiji spent 20 years in South Africa and then returned to India. He started taking a leading role in the Indian independence struggle. From 1917 to 1930, he lived in Sabarmati ashram. Today, Sabarmati ashram is a place of great historic importance. People visit the Memorial Museum here to understand Gandhiji's life and his role in the independence struggle. This ashram is a symbol of Gandhiji's ideals of truth, non-violence, and self-reliance. The spinning wheel here shows how he inspired Indians to produce textile and not buy British clothes. From Sabarmati ashram, Gandhiji began his experiments about the best way to fight the colonizer. He made the independence struggle into a mass movement. Common people, women, almost everyone from all parts of India participated. Gandhiji fought against the British without using any weapons. In 1918, he succeeded in making peasants and workers fight for their rights against the unjust rulers. His non-cooperation movement and boycott of British goods and institutions was a nationwide movement. To challenge the British salt tax, Gandhiji organized the Salt March in 1930. In 1933, he started the Harijan movement to get the Indian society out of the evil of untouchability. He started the magazine Harijan in 1933 to spread this message of equality. In 1942, his Quit India movement was a struggle to make the colonizers leave India immediately. In 1947, at the time of Indian independence, he tried his best to stop the violence which resulted due to the partition of the country. He undertook fasts and worked very hard, but millions of people died in these partition riots. This made him very sad, and he never took any post in independent India. Gandhiji gave importance to religious tolerance and protection of minorities. On 30th January 1948, he was assassinated because it was felt that he is supporting the minorities and harming the majority community. The entire nation was shocked and grieved on losing such a great leader. Even today, to mark his death anniversary as Martyrs' Day in India, various prayer meetings are organized. Mahatma Gandhi is the father of the Indian nation because he has given his whole life for India. All of you must read his famous autobiography, My Experiments with Truth. With that, we come to an end of the life of Gandhiji for all of you to learn good English from. Thank you and all the best.